We have Poison things going on here. We have Burst, Bouncing Flask, Deadly Poison. Our boss is the Slime boss, unfortunately, with that combo. We also have things like Terror and Unload for quite a lot of burst damage. It's a very strange deck, to say the least. Flechettes gets in there with Terror sometimes. We have a fair number of skills right out of the gate. And Caltrops is here. Right. Let's take a look at some upgrade potential here. Campfires 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We only ever get 3 upgrades this act. This way has a late shop, 2 late shops, so we can make some decisions here. And depending on how the run's going, we can also make some decisions here. Hey, Teach. Hope Monster Train's been treating you well. Thought you were gaming it up earlier. All right. And then we take 16 damage on turn 1. Ouch. Cool. Not a great fight. We have Reflex here already on floor 1. So that does definitely want us to go in the infinite direction. So Reflex works with both Unload and Survivor. How's the Snake game? Prescription Snake. Love it. I played like a round earlier today just to kind of chill out. Some of the best $3 I've ever spent, especially on a game. My God. High recommend. High recommend. Next turn's so bad. Cool. Biggest downside of Bouncing Flask is the lengthy animation. Dodge and roll does say block on it for now. Goes extremely well with our burst. Book, it actually did wake up Google? Okay, well I won't do that anymore. It's only annoying. It's only fun the first time, maybe. Wow. This is one of those runs that doesn't really want to see Act 2 for some reason. Acrobatics is here. So we have Acrobatics and Reflex. This is starting to trend the right direction. Cannot for the life of me draw a block card on turn 1, though. I do understand how few block cards we have, but still, it would be nice. Okay. We can do 17. You are on exactly 17. However, we can't then block this because we discard Survivor. Do we take 9 or we take 9? Actually, we take less because we can apply weak. We only take 6 if we do this. How awkward. How awkward. Oof. Okay. The mushrooms are dead. We have a copy of Backflip here. We also have Concentrate to go with our reflex and stuff. I think we need the Backflip for card draw. Has not been going well, which means we're almost certainly short an upgrade here. We have one potion. Do we win any elite fights? We might beat Lagavulin. Sentries, almost certainly death. Nah, definitely death. So, 1/3 chance to probably do well here. I think we'll rest and go left. Hope for better things later on. Hey, it's like last fight, but worse. But better. Cool. Clean fight. Get a skill potion in return and a skip button. I don't like skipping a dash. We are going into an elite. This path is extremely scary because we miss out on 2 card reward screens, but these 2 card pool fights could be extremely dangerous. It is tough to even begin to wrap my mind around what is a good upgrade here, because we have to make it through the next couple combats. Actually, it's got to be burst, because we have so many skills in here. Something amazing. Mercury Hourglass will take. It is, at the very least, helpful. I mean, I know that's not a great split. Oh, this turn was supposed to go a lot differently. But with Mercury Hourglass and extra energy, nice. Hoping that this would kind of come together. And I think it did. Yeah, I was supposed to dodge and roll there. All right, we got there. That was a clean fight. It didn't look good to begin with. Calculated Gamble is here with our reflex and stuff. Might get us through a couple combats, and also the slime boss. I don't really like a Calculated Gamble, but in this instance, we'll take it. Random Relic versus Heal. I mean, this has got to be 20 HP going into this elite fight. It is the Lagavulin. This was the one that I said that we could maybe potentially beat. We need to do too much. So we need to burst. We might burst Bouncing Flask Skill Potion. So next turn is Caltrops, Terror, set up Deadly Poison. And then we can burst Deadly Poison something else. All right. Did not get the bouncing flask. What are we doing here? Flechette's is very good. We could also acro first and almost certainly get more skills for Flechette's. And then we continue to hang on to burst. That doesn't seem right. We could also Flechette's. Unload is so weird. I think we hang on to burst. Just we don't have much else to do. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, well at least we found something else to do with our... No, we didn't. Okay. That's just gotta be fine. We can burst backflip with our extra energy this turn and hopefully keep playing our outmaneuver. We can. Loomis Jackson. Yo. Thank you very much for the full year, my friend. That is a mighty long time. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That is a blue flask. Extremely rare. Okay. Lagavulin, extremely clean. Once we got everything in play and everything. I mean, those 3 turns to set up were kind of a big deal. 248. Third copy of Reflex. No. Are you a ghost in a jar? Yeah, I'm waiting for that Peggle multiplayer mod. That's definitely coming out. Eventually. Soon. No. But thank you very much. We had talked about it because Spire with Friends came out, and then we were talking about Peggle with Friends, and then I was trying to get some modders to work on it, and I don't think any of them took the bait. Ah. Nice. Colorless potion is here as well as a skip button. Okay, well we get our first little upgrade here. It is rough. It's just acrobatics for this combat. Let's colorless pot this combat. We have Panacea and Mayhem. I mean, Mayhem's fun. Sure, let's just play Mayhem. This has gone wrong before, but it could go right this time. Play a little bit of this. I think we pass. Get rid of Ascender's Bane, take some extra energy into next turn. Did not get our well-laid plans in play, though. This is set up. So we can draw it with backflip. Thanks, Mayhem. We do want to draw this again. This can go away. Maybe we want that again. There's a free copy of Acrobatics. Very nice. Ah. Okay, well, you're on 81. We can split here. This is what our next turn's looking like. It's pretty bad. I don't know. I might need Papa's energy for this one because it's a little rough and tumble out here. $67 with Mercury Hourglass. I mean, honestly, not the world's worst split, especially on the silent. I think we go outmaneuver here, hang on to dodge and roll because we're not frail. Go with this. A whiff. Going for this guy first. Ida Beta. Hello, my friend. Sorry, you are coming into a brainful moment. In that my brain is full of what the heck am I supposed to do here. Thank you very much for coming on over with 24 of your best friends. I appreciate that. Much love to my friend Ina Beta and his good friend Cats. Cats? Fats. Fats the cats. But also cats. Yeah, we are, we're doing some Pandora's box swaps. This one transformed into a run that really wanted to die here in Act 1, but we're struggling. We got to the slime boss, we did a high split. We got Mercury Hourglass here. Trying to keep this run alive. I am also trying to keep this run alive. I'm not sure this 3 life matters. This might be more than 3 life, this 2 energy. This could be 6 life. We're gonna hang on to reflex because we have unload in the draw pile. And if we're forced to just unload while we're not weak here, yeah, to block for 10, then that's what we'll do. Oh, never mind. We get a free survivor. Thank you, Mayhem. All right, let's leave it up to the gods. Where are we going? Certainly supposed to do that first. I think it's more valuable to have this off the field. Then this one should split between Mercury Hourglass and Poisson next turn. This one. How's the P boxes? We are despite what it looks like, we are actually doing pretty well. We won our defect run with, believe it or not, another Meteor Strike Infinite. It just worked out that way. I really wasn't even trying to go for it. That one was really fun. Beyond that, what else did we do tonight? We won. Oh yeah, we won a silent run. We won a silent run before that. That one was, God, I don't even remember. It's really hot in here right now. I'm like struggling to think straight with how hot it is. I'm dying. But yeah, we went on the silent, and then before that, we did one of the seeded runs from the Google Sheet that was 7 copies of Anger. We picked up a Brimstone in the first shop that we saw in Act 1, and we actually won the entire run. So we won 3 in a row, and then this is our 4th run of the night. Runic Pyramid Grand Finale Infinite. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's right. We did Grand Finale things. The Meteor Strike, we did a Hyper Beam Meteor Strike Infinite with Impatience and Skim with Recycle and Multicast. So that one went all the way to the heart and then went infinite on turn 1 against the heart. Beat Time Eater. The Infinite survived. It was very good. There was a Reprogram Plus. We got to 69 Dexterity and 69 Focus down. That was a big moment for that run. And Die to Die is obviously good with where we are now. It does not say infinite on it, however. We're pretty close, man. I'm going to risk it. We'll risk the entire run. We have card remove. Thank the Lord. We have card remove. We have Astrolabe here. The run is saved. Set up Deadly Poison. Bouncing Flask. Definitely this one. Not even close. We transformed. We transform again. We say try again, Spire. That wasn't it. Give me a little bit of that. We got Concentrate Plus, Calculated Gamble Plus. I mean, Concentrate Plus can do it. This can be our energy gen source if we can remove far enough down. I actually really don't like the copy of Calculated Gamble Plus. I prefer if it goes away. Hey, Isra. Good morning. Shop. I like a 2 shop. I like a lot of card upgrades. We are looking to upgrade Reflex for sure. Terror would be nice, not because we need the damage, but because we need this to get out of our hand as soon as possible. And something else. We'll figure it out later. Looking for another copy of Acrobatics and card removes. Lots and lots and lots and lots of card removes. That is now the name of the game. But yeah, I take no credit. It's just the P-Box swaps. They're just that strong. Don't want to see Calculated Gamble again. Oh, again, please go away. This is okay. So we go like this. Don't need you. So we go energy positive with Concentrate. Or at least we try to. Yeet. I think with the way that this is set up, so this is where Terror Plus would be extremely good. I think we just get rid of Terror and Ascender's Bane, making our future turns easier. things that say draw on it. Backflip would be great if it upgraded to like +3 draw. That would really do it for me. Dear God. We go blind faith. Let me actually drink this potion. I should have done that before. Oh, no, I whipped. No. Actually terrible. Expertise? We might, I mean, we could definitely throw a copy of expertise in here too. But now we want to stall out. They decided to be clever and use a potion. Back up to 14. If only I could... Well, actually, you know what? I can this turn. Never mind. You can. So I was going to say, if only I could burst, dodge, and roll, but we absolutely can. And then we actually do that. Is safe. All right, that's 8 block for next turn. And then if we can... I mean, we can. We can block for 21 here pretty easily. All right, that's all of our HP back. Thank you, regen potion, full value. We get a skill potion in return, as well as a skip button. Go against the Chosen. Now, this is like the absolute nemesis of these types of decks. Please don't attack me next turn. Thank you. This is 75. You're 4 damage short between Fear Potion Skewer of actually killing this. Please, please, please. That says 18 on it. Now it says 12. Okay, that's better. Oh, there's a lot of days cards. Oh, Zizzy wants a fuchsia. A fuchsia. 1 second. 1 second. I think we can get there with the... We'll have to take a quick look with the color correction and stuff, but I think we can get there. Do this because we have a terror. Take a look at this shop here. Let me see what we can do. I think this... Just purple. I don't know if I have a good fuchsia. I just have purples. Like the pinks are basically just white. That's about as good as it gets. I'm just going to be hiding the part that maybe actually looks like it. All right. Are we still doing Pog? Wait, what is Pog? Pog Chromatics? Oh, like Pog paired? I believe that the hog-paired band is alive and well. The real question is anybody doing Ferd happy? I made that emote. I thought everybody liked it. Did we get rid of, I think we get rid of unload. Unload sucks. All right, we're just doing the bird. Okay. Bird is too good. Obtain a special relic for our golden idol. I haven't had bloody idol in quite a while. Cool. Whenever you gain gold, heal 5 hit points. How about how about this? How many hours do you think you got to throw in Slay the Spire before you see that relic? Within reason. Within reason. I bet you could play Slay the Spire for a very long time and just never see that relic. N trillion hours. Did you round up or down? New players spam events? Well, that's kind of true, isn't it? Rounded down. Oh, okay. Now I see how you got there. Sucks. It's all right. We can get there. Bedtime. Have a good sleep. Very good sleep. It's a fuchsia and run. It's a classic move. 24. This needs to say plus. Cannot get. Let's just say we can't get back to concentrate. So the best play should be, with well-laid plans in play, it should just be outmaneuver. We hang on to acrobatics. Hog-crobatics. Is 1218. Need that reflex. We just didn't get it, did we? Ugh. That's worse now. All right, well, this needs to hit for 2, so we'll just do this. Not a great turn. But we'll have reflex in hand for next turn when we get our concentrate. Hey, that actually worked. Haven't really figured out how we're doing damage yet. Seems to be through 1 neutralize at a time. Okay. Need a Tinctia? I was talking about Tinctia with these infinites, and I was like, man, it'd be so cool if we actually saw Tinctia more often, but it seems to be one of those relics that loves to hide away. I would love to play with Tinctia. I mean, Tough Bandages is kind of just, you know, you're reaching a little bit. You're like, okay, if I had Tough Bandages, this would be easy. I'm like, yeah, they would be. Tinctia, on the other hand, I do wish that the Silent had more reasonable options that were attainable. The issue is, like, a lot of these fun relics are rare relics for the Silent. And I think that causes a lot of problems. Like, the specimen's up there, and I don't think the specimen is particularly useful, because you can just get corpse explosion, which is not as good as far as I can tell. If not better. Actually faster to just use corpse explosion. I had a draw? Nope. We toss here. See, like, this is the longest infinite. With almost no progress. So anyway, the rare relics, like, if we could have... So you have the specimen, tough bandages, and Tingsha, and maybe another one that I can't think of. The Silent has a lot of rare relics, so by the time you see one, the probability of that rare relic being the one that you actually want is extremely low, just because she has so many of them. And I'm like full tinfoil hat that that some of those relics have lower drop rates than they actually tell you. So, like, yeah, having tough bandages actually show up, well, that's seems like it's like 1 in 10, 1 in 20 kind of run. Feels extremely rare. We'll make Reflex say plus and look to remove another card here, I believe. Boat thing is here, but so is card remove. Skewer has been awkward. Rid of that guy. And we can avoid elites in this action. We should, because we're not turn 1 infinite. The deck is certainly struggling a bit to actually put out damage or do anything useful. Ocean Belt, huh? Could be useful. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we actually need those potion slots or not. I'm thinking probably not, but yeah, we'll see. Make Terror cost 0 so we can get it out of our hand as quickly as possible. What are we looking for in cards? I would love a copy of Prepared. So some free card draw and discard. So we have 2 Acrobatics plus, Concentrate plus, and Reflex plus. In theory, this should be enough card draw and energy generation to go infinite. So we need something to do damage. That's usually in the form of a copy of Eviscerate. That would be, if I could ask for any card, it would probably be Eviscerate right now. I don't want to burst Concentrate. So, yeah, a copy of Eviscerate and then a lot of card removes get us to our infinite. We're at 16 cards. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that go away. So we're effectively on 12 cards. So if you can think about your draw discard pile, you can manage at 16 cards as long as you can get everything else out of your hand. Ascender's Bane tends to be a bit clunky, sits in the hand, can't get rid of it until turn 2. So essentially a copy of Eviscerate and the ability to, yeah, you can see we bricked here. Keep going. Relics tend to not matter as much. Just need a way to do damage. I mean, Sneaky Strike is definitely one of those cards that I think people point to for a solution there. I personally don't like the card, but it does serve that purpose. Well, Chetties seems to be doing a lot of our damage. Okay. Minor overkill there. But you can see, like, yeah, that's turn 1 infinite. Like, we're basically there. Avoiding the brick is goal number 1. So we need a way to always draw what we want on turn 1. And that's tough to do. All right. Concentrate number 2. Don't think we need. We're already fine on energy. Snecko is here, and we have, again, bricked on turn 1. Unfortunate. Almost certainly can't pull off our infinite since we need to constantly be redrawing cards. So this fight is... it's not looking too good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll do this one. I get a little bit of help on these costs. Just a little bit. Okay. At the very least, Ascender's Bane is gone. I don't think we... actually, you know what? We should hang on to 1-cost acrobatics. That 1 cost is extremely good. That's extremely good. Yes, yes, yes. As long as we're able to constantly re-roll these cards, in theory we're fine, but I don't know about in practice. Yeah. Alright, taking 6, we got Bloody Idol. Yes, Snecko. This is what I'm talking about. Man, I guess, yeah, Flechettes is our damage. We have both Tactician and Prepared here. It's extremely good. That's part of what we need. We really need both. I think we should take... we don't need Tactician with Concentrate. Yeah, Burst was... I mean, we didn't need the Burst anyway, but the Burst was not being very nice. We're more likely to see Prepared in the future. Taking the Tactician gets us closer to our brick, though, which I don't like. Whereas Prepared will always just draw a card. So on turn 1, if we're able to upgrade Prepared, then in theory we can like reflex things away and then just use Concentrate to generate energy. So I think it's actually Prepared here. Avoiding the brick. I think we... well laid and toss. Again, the game is getting rid of things permanently so we can make way for the more useful stuff. Now, this is also a fight without Eviscerate that loves to go to turn 2. So we could do that with a backflip in the drop pile. We could burst our dodge and roll here. We have multiple turns of weak. Throw away the Ascender's Bane. Maybe burst outmaneuver. Will lead to more interesting things. Heel hook an option? Yeah, heel hook is a little weird. I think artifact is a problem. It's not an infinite that I've been doing very much recently. I don't know. So like the heel hook infinite, the issue is you have to have... I mean, to truly go infinite, it's like I'd like to have a smaller hand size because you just want to spam heel hook over and over and over again. I feel like you run into issues with that, needing to have exactly 10 cards between your draw, discard, and hand space. It's definitely attainable. I've done it before. We've done it recently. It's fun. But it's not one that I've gone for. I think it's actually more difficult to get that one off than it is to get this infinite that we're doing right now off. In such a weird way. Book? Are Poisson builds generally bad? No. No. I think they're the silent staple, and they're the one that scales the easiest, hands down. I mean, I did poison builds on the silent for like a year on the channel. I was just always going for poison and it's like poison, wraith form, and apparitions. If you can do that, you usually win. Throw in a runic pyramid if you really just want to win the run. Poison builds are awesome, and they're probably where you should start out on the silent most of the times, but you know, you really play the game with what the game gives you. What we're doing here is not a great example of what should be done in practice. We're doing Pandora's box swaps, and we're just kind of finding the infinite because it happens to be easy on the silent. But I think those are difficult to pull off when you're a new player because you don't even know what that means. Like, what do you mean a silent infinite? That doesn't even make sense with what I'm doing. So poison builds are great. They scale up really quickly. Burst plus poison plus catalyst, and you win the game. That's pretty much it. You're just boring. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, if the Slay the Spire community has been around for, well, since the game came out, obviously. And the people who have been here for many of those years, like, have been seeing silent poison builds for that whole time. So I think it's kind of just generally accepted that the community, like, as a whole, kind of got bored of them just because they were easy and obvious and there all the time. So yeah, don't take what we're doing here as like poison builds are bad. They're excellent, and they're probably where you should start. We are just doing something different, something more fun. Apparently we're doing a Flechettes build that I didn't even realize I was doing, so. If you're playing on PC, or I guess now the Switch too, or whatever, I guess it doesn't matter what you're playing on. The Silent also got buffs to the card Blade Dance, as well as this card here, Reflex, I think on the most recent patch. And that opened the doors to many, many, many silent builds beyond the poison thing. So you can do physical silent builds with copies of Blade Dance. Phantasmal Killer also got a buff sometime back. finishing 100%. You bought it on Switch too? Yeah, it is. It is really the game. The game has legs. I mean, it's. I think there was a time when I was streaming that I was like trying to branch out into other things, but I'd always just keep coming back to Slay the Spire. I just love the game. So good. And beyond the game being good, the Slay the Spire community as a whole is also like a really pleasant place to be and stream 2, I guess. Make sure we concentrate before we cycle the deck. Okay, we're almost there. This is turn 1 champ going infinite, I guess, with flechettes on accident. I shuffled without concentrate. That is not good. Okay, one more time around. Find the flechettes. Win the game. Hey, look, flechettes. Cool. So we are turn 1 infinite, at least in theory. We're going to skip all that stuff because it's not helpful. Sozu Potion Belt is here. Tiny House, unironically good. Maybe. Don't really need the energy. You can hold the potion. I think the curse key is just a no. I think it's an unironic tiny house. I think the only thing I don't want it to upgrade here is maybe calculated gamble. Yeah, I mean, neutralize is fine, right? Definitely don't need it, but we'll take it. Maybe it helps for time meter? Heart, maybe? All right, we need our emerald key piece. That is going to be on the right-hand side here. We get to go to 1-2 shops, or we get a decision here. We can go recall versus shop. It's going to depend on what we pick up. We're looking for, of course, the abacus for the first time tonight would be great. Haven't seen the abacus yet. The terror upgrade is secretly amazing. Let's draw first. Okay, so we're safe to actually do damage with flechettes now. Dexterity potion is here to help us out, I guess. We'll skip all that stuff. Show me the abacus. It's not the abacus. Tactician is here. I don't think we've been struggling with energy. I don't really want another card in here to get in the way. 150 gold for removal. So now we have to make some decisions on whether or not we go to the shop. That would mean recall here, probably, and then rest up here. If we go to second shop, worst case, we could take a card remove to help prevent bricks on turn 1. Probably removing outmaneuver at this point, or dodge and roll. We need to upgrade backflip as well at one of these campfires so we can actually block through time meter or art if we really want to jump far ahead. But none of this helps with what we're trying to do right now. So we'll skip for now. We can also hang on to this Blessing of the Forge. Or one of those fights to upgrade dodge and roll and backflip. So let's transform. Maybe we'll transform outmaneuver into eviscerate. Well, outmaneuver turned into a card that says draw on it, which is an improvement, I suppose. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. Got better. Okay. This is also bursted. So we need to throw calculated gamble. I'm going to do that now. The whole game here, what I'm doing, we're trying to reduce the cards in our hand and that we can draw to actually allow for this Flechette's infinite thing to actually work. That is the game I'm playing. Okay, I do think we get rid of that one first. This is what I was kind of worried about. We are out. We could definitely break here. We're only drawing 3. That was probably a misplay in there. All right, so here's a great Flechette's, and then we can neutralize, I guess, just to get rid of him. Now the problem is we need to actually block. We don't do that very well here. Our block is backflip, I guess. Our damage is Flechette's. Does 6? We need to... Okay, so if it's 48 over 6, we need to hit this thing 8 times. At 7 thorns, we need 56 block before we can actually kill that thing. Okay. I think it just is what it is. Hourglass. So I think the issue with Hourglass, eventually the spiker stops gaining thorns and will start to attack us. And then, well, we could just block for 9 every single turn. We're already at, well, no, we're already at 30. I think maybe Hourglass would have been faster than this. I could have pressed the E key pretty quick after blocking a very small amount. It's fine, tough bandage, dude. You're telling me. I would love some tough bandages right now. Well, I think I did my math right. Let me just double check. We have 48. We're doing 6 damage a turn, so that's 8. 8 attacks times 7 damage back is 56. Cool. We just didn't have enough damage there to actually kill it. Nice. We get a second copy of Flechettes. Oh my. Okay, so upgrade versus Abacus. Also get a card remove. What would our card remove be? Dodge and roll? Dodge and roll. All right, not the Abacus. So our lives are slightly more difficult. Go against the Danklings as our favorite easy and hard pool fight. Tiny house in the house? Yeah. Classic Pandora's Box Astrolabe tiny house because the deck is already perfect. I mean, it's working out. I don't think... so we went up against Sozu and... Something else? Busted Crown? I don't remember. Nothing quite as good as what we already had. So we just took a tiny house. I mean, Sozu we had a potion belt for. I was kind of thinking about, but I didn't know what I needed the extra energy for. We're already turn 1 infinite against most enemies. It would have just been nice to speed this up a little bit. Because, like, we're infinite, but it's a lot of clicking. First key. Yes. Thank you. We got there. Turn 1 Darklings as well. We'll skip all that stuff. Arlete is the Reptomancer. Interesting. Interesting comment. It's Fletchettis. Does this deck survive Time Eater? I mean, the current goal is... The current plan is to just not fight Time Eater. That is the current plan. Tried and true strategy. It does work. It can work. But no, I don't think so. Mainly because we're not actually doing a lot with our card plays. Like, we're playing cards, but we're just cycling the deck a lot. You know, we're not really accomplishing anything with most of these turns. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one's taking a minute. It's like we spend down all our energy on a single copy of Flechettes, and we gotta build all of our draw pile back up before we shuffle. I believe that's a symptom of using Concentrate as an energy source because it is really discard hungry. So, like, Acrobatics is net 2 cards, and then those 2 cards are gone away with Concentrate because you have to draw Acrobatics. Well, Acrobatics draws 4. You have to draw Acrobatics itself, and you have to discard a card. So it's net +2, which is then gone here. You're gaining +2 cards with the other copy of Acrobatics, and it's just really slow. Hey, Mummified Hand, actually not that important, but I'm glad that it's here. Just make sure there's no upgrade that would really change what we're doing here. I mean, Flechettes is such a huge quality of life upgrade. Hey, Timnos. Yeah, I'm wondering if instead of recall, we just recall up here. Since we're turn 1 killing most elites, there's a world where we brick. Like if we draw this top line on turn 1, we brick and we can't do anything. Unlikely, but it's possible. I mean, we have Reflex, Acrobatics, Backflip, Calculated Gamble, Acrobatics, Prepared, and Backflip. We have so much card draw here. It is certainly possible to brick, but Bloody Idol might keep us in there. So I'm going to upgrade Flechettes as quality of life. The reason not to do that would have been if we find a solution along the way here. Like Eviscerate or whatever. Sundial would have been awesome. Really wish we could have taken that Sundial. Yeet. Man, we dip pretty low on those cards sometimes. Oh no! I actually bricked it. No! It's alright. We lose the Ascender's Bane, we gain Weak. Womp womp. So it should really be Concentrate going on to Reflex. I just can't always make that happen. Almost there. One more Flechettes. Nice. So that's a turn 2 Maw because of a minor error. We need to certainly turn 1 Nemesis here. Okay. We toss. No, we want to toss Gamble with. Oh, let's toss. Get rid of that Gamble. That's. I mean, it's like a minor risk, but it also isn't. What mods do I use? The one that you're probably noticing more so than the others is called Minty Spire. QOL. Quality of life mod. That is the bulk of what you see on my stream. Other things, like the damage numbers and stuff that maybe you're noticing, those are all from Minty Spire. Other things to mark the map is just called highlight paths. And I just have that because makes it easier to explain what I'm talking about when I'm streaming. Not much else. It says that I have 8, but like one of those is filter the Spire so we could play Pandora's Box runs. I thought you were going to give... I thought that was going to be it. I really did. I believed it is Chemical X. It is not the Abacus. Anyway, it says I have a lot of mods, and like 2 of those are just base mod and the STS lib. Filter the Spire so we get Pandora's Box. The 2 that I mentioned. I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Purity's here. Does Finale play here? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to think, like... So the issue with that is we're adding a card, but that is how we win outside of spamming flechettes. It also says 0 energy on it, which is a big deal. We will take Grand Finale. We'll look for card draw here. That is pretty much it. Secret Technique works. Allows us to pull out an Acrobatics if we brick. Alright, really just looking for like Master of Strategy there. We have a max HP Giant Head. Purity, yeah, exactly. Purity is... It's good against the heart. It's necessary against the heart. The heart can give you some problems if you don't have a copy of Purity. So just gonna hope that we don't need it. That's pretty much it. Grand Finale for 180. The number is getting bigger. This is our second finale run of the evening. Trying to do something different, but finale wanted to be played again, so I guess we'll do that. Cool. Turn 1 Giant Head. The Toy Ornithopter for some more healing there. Flex potions here as well. And not the solution. Not the solution. Do you have to recall? We'll say Triforce complete, and we'll move on to the Bird with Arms fight. We are unable to be ethical gamers here, I'm sorry to say, because we're doing Grand Finale. But otherwise, I would definitely do that. Yeah, imagine max HP Giant Head if we were doing a Poisson build. Big struggles. Really big struggles. But not today. Damn, you almost bricked me. Jeez. This is one of the problems with Finale, is that you can do inefficient plays like backflip here to try to get 0 in the draw pile. Still works. Still draws cards. Alright, so now we want to do like a full acro. Sorry, birds. Free here. Got him. So now we'll make our lives a little easier. We get our well-laid plans in play. We'll hang on to something. I guess we'll just hang on to acro. We can always acro into reflex. Got rid of Ascender's Bane, well-laid plans. I mean, that's pretty much the whole thing. They had a Lida? Yeah, let's go with that. I like that better. Alright, drawing 5 is like this. So let's give it to Flechettes. Flechettes can have it. Just don't be Time Eater. Yes! Is the shimmy and shake in shape. See, I told you we had a strategy. And it worked out. All according to plan. Oh god, I almost had a card draw. Alright, well we will do this then. Finale number 1. Like a few more. That's the thing with these finale infinites, is they tend to be... I mean, they're not too bad, but the finale upgrade itself isn't necessary most of the time. Like, if you're already doing a grand finale infinite, the plus 10 damage feels like it's not that impactful. I mean, it's not. But it feels that way too. Just 2. Try that again. I like this calculated gamble because if I ever mess up the infinite, you guys will never know. Because I can just like toss calculated gamble and you're like, why did he do that? And then it looks good in just another second. Making my life a lot easier. Cool. That one was a lot easier. We will proceed and buy the... We can't buy the Abacus now. Because I bought the grand finale. Oh, it's going to be the Abacus too, isn't it? I know how this game works. It's totally going to be... We need to upgrade a backflip so we can try to go block positive with our dex potion, etc. It's not. Oops. Try to go that way. We cannot afford a card remove. Any other potions to remove? We have our Blessing of the Forge for Survivor, backflip upgrades. We're fine there. The Hand of Greed. We could take a Gambler's Brew to try to save us from a brick. I like that idea a lot. So that saves us from a brick on turn 1, as well as our Swift Potion. Actually, would have taken another copy of Dex Potion if I could have. This is where we pull out acrobatics because things are looking a little spicy. Just don't discard the things that say draw on them. I think we'll be all right. Rid of that calculated gamble. We need to draw 1. We can't do it. We'll go further then. Actually, you know what? I should have played Concentrate there. Like a bad habit of doing that. Be playing that on every cycle. Cool. Turn 1, Act 4 elites. Extremely good. We get a pair for 10 max and current HP. Get a Swift Potion. Don't need any of this stuff. Alright, off to the heart. Oh, what a journey it's been. We do have our toy ornithopter here to try to save us from ourselves. Some of this beat of death. So we are going to start with this. We're going to purposely take Beat of Death so we can then use some potions to heal that back up. Okay. No reason not to use a Dex Potion. That is Grand Finale number 1, and also I believe this is our Blessing of the... Oh no, I don't want to save this Calculated Gamble. Okay, we'll try again. After Calculated Gamble. Yeah, we just got to get rid of it. 4+3, but we can't. We can only draw 6 if we throw Calc right now. It's a pretty good throw. It actually gets us to most of what we want to upgrade right away. Okay, Survivor Backflip Grand Finale. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So this is our Blessing of the Forge. Pretty good. It's 90 damage. Need just one more of those to damage cap the heart, and then we just have to set up the draw pile, and we are good to go. We don't have any burst or anything like that to help us out in this combat, so we're going to be reliant on neutralize, some potions, and some copies of backflip that say plus. The first cycle will be the most difficult because we don't have room in our hand or in the draw discard pile or whatever to really deal with 5 status cards. Okay, let's take a look. This is not very good. Try again. Try not to brick myself in the process. So now we draw 2. Now we draw 1. It's ideal. Acrobatics. No, that's fine because we have acro and reflex in the draw pile with a swift potion and a gambler's brew. Don't think it's going to get better than that. Get rid of Ascender's Bane, yes. I only have 2 turns of weak. I should have stacked weak slightly longer. This is tough. We need more card draw. It says 50 on it. All right, so we have Void in hand. I think that's good. We don't have a lot of draw. Okay. So we need to play Concentrate for sure. This is where Medical Kit's good. Like, just to get rid of cards that are going to go away anyway. To free up the hand space in these kinds of infinites. Ah. This is extremely Monax. Oh, wow. Okay, that one doesn't play. This one doesn't play. Oh, Beat of Death is such a problem. This is where the Purity would have been extremely good. Our ability to stack up 50 block, we need to survive like basically 2 turns. This one and then the multi-attack. As soon as the Dazed Void go away, this becomes a lot easier. If we can get rid of Slime, that's just the bonus. But we certainly need to do this damage. I really don't want to draw Void again, but like we don't think we have a choice. Okay. So that is the damage cap. Now we can focus on trying to actually get block here. I've calculated gamble in hand in case we whiff on the concentrate. Oh my god. Oh, that is so bad. Okay. Okay, got back to concentrate, but our block is essentially gone. And we have to draw a Void again here. Oh, man. Okay. We have Tori. Okay, so we have Tori. So at most we take 15. So I believe we just throw down 2 backflips, block for 10. We'll be at enough. And then this way, because the problem is if we play acrobatics, we brick because we draw Void. We go to 0 energy. So the only way to guarantee that actually works is burst backflip. And now we get rid of Dazed Void. And we're at like 13 HP, which should be enough with Tori. Reduces damage from 5 to 1. Tori's only attack damage, so it doesn't work for a Beat of Death. You need Tungsten Rod to reduce that from 2 to 1. If that's what you're talking about. Ouch. Okay. So this is only ever 15 damage. Okay. So I really want a survivor here so we don't take a ton of beat of death, but I think we don't really risk the brick because we have calculated gamble here with acro. And that's pretty good. So now we need to do 4 plus 3, which we can't. Okay, I want to be careful because we're already through concentrate. Okay, I'm at 4 plus 3 again. 4 plus 3 is exactly acro plus reflex. Okay. As soon as we damage cap, this will also be significantly easier. I won't have to worry about lining up our draw pile. I can just focus on blocking enough for Tori and then hanging on to a block card for the following turn. Okay, damage cap has happened. Do not discard the one that says draw on it. Okay, can breathe a little easier. Now the game is fine. Concentrate, we can discard Grand Finale. I think we can afford that now, finally. This is so crazy close. Like, this infinite is just riding the line. Hey, Grand Finale is active. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I can pretty much stop whenever, but it's so tempting to keep going, because I think we can get to 30. Okay, I lied. But still works. Whew. Let's hang on to acrobatics. Bandages or abacus? We looked for that abacus as much as possible. It did not want to hang out tonight. So I'm thinking if we calculated gamble more, then we cycle faster and we can block more as well. This is also our kill turn. So like here, maybe we win with flechettes, but like, I think if we calculated gambled here and just kind of cycled faster, it might be correct. I don't know. Let's just win. Yay! Wow, that was a really difficult infinite there at the end. Barely squeaking by. I can't imagine if we didn't have that dexterity potion in the potion belt. There was an opportunity to take Sozu, and if our blocks were just doing 5, we might have died to Beat of Death. I don't think we could stack enough block. We didn't have a Lizard Tail or Fairy in a Bottle or anything like that. So for an infinite, that was a tricky one. But a fun one. A very, very fun one. An hour and 45 minutes on that run. That was a very long infinite. Our Pandora's box here, even though we ended up going infinite, does not really tell the story of the run. We have Caltrops, Flechettes, Setup, Well-Laid Plans, Bouncing Flask, Outmaneuver, Unload, Deadly Poison, Terror Burst. So out of all those cards, the meaningful ones at the end of the run, maybe none, but I mean, Flechette's definitely carried the run for quite a long time until we got Grand Finale at the end of Act 3. I was not intending that to be the case, but it just kind of worked out that way. I think we turned 1 Champ. Blind Boss was tricky too. 10 turns, 44 damage. Awaken 1, 0 and 2. Dono and Deca, 0 and 1. Hill and Spear, 0 and 1. Heart Fight, 4 turns, 87 damage. Key to winning this one, removing as many cards as possible. We were quite fortunate. We went through a ton of combats, and we very rarely or almost never bricked on turn 1. And we definitely could have. I even picked up the secret technique to try to help prevent that, and I don't know if it did, but it was there, and it did what it was supposed to do in drawing acrobatics from the draw pile on turn 1. So all in all, really tricky, really good. Tori ended up not actually mattering for the heart fight, surprisingly. We were able to block to 25 or so we would have lived without Tori, but Tori prevented 3 damage. Way to go, Tori. Way to be in there. Tiny House, doing what Tiny House does. Astrolabe gave us Concentrate plus, Calculated Gamble plus, and Skewer plus. Skewer went away. Concentrate was obviously our energy generation throughout that one, our sustain and energy, and then Calculated Gamble was okay. I actually leaned into that a little bit more as the heart fight went on to, like I said, cycle the deck faster. But all in all, it was a great run.